John, what are your thoughts on that performance?
Well, I'm very disappointed, obviously, because we've come out the wrong end of the scoreline, and it's out of our hands now. That's the top and bottom of it. So, very disappointed.
Do you feel that experience played a part at all in the result?
Yeah, I think the old man does. I do. I think they've got some really old heads in and amongst them, and I think the old man does. And I think they might have old man the officials as well. But anyway, that's by the by, because the best team won. And they've scored 4 tries, we scored 3. We were 6 points up, heading the latter stage of the game, and then we hardly touched the ball after that. And I suppose some people could point out to the decision under the post when the ball was kicked, it hit the referee, but that's the correct ruling. Unfortunately for us, even though we defended 5 tackles, they put the kick in, it's the referee, and rather than us have the ball, it's a scrum down with Workington 7 feed, the score from it, and we never looked like we were going to win after that. So congratulations to them, but really disappointed for us, and it looks like we're going to have to do it the difficult route.
That, of course, is the playoffs. John, there was an incident in that second half after a break from Johnny Pownall, I believe, where Tyler Mellor, their winger, held down in the tackle. Are you surprised that wasn't deemed a professional
I think
foul?
It was Brandon Pickersgill who broke through. I think it was Jane Chisholm who sidestepped his way through. He linked to Brandon who was supporting, and he held him down. And yeah, the ruling should have been 10 minutes, but he chose not to. And I'm still mystified about George Flanagan's sin binning, because obviously George was on the receiving end of a tip tackle, and I thought the main perpetrator in that was Sean Penkovic, but he didn't get a sin bin either. It was 2 other guys who got sin bin, so I haven't got a clue how those 2 got sin bin, but that was the referee's decision.
And obviously, John, when there's a game with so many penalties, nearly 30 penalties, and it's very fractious, that obviously has a bearing on what's taking place.
I think that's part of the old manning of it. I think it was a very stop-start and sort of game, and we wanted to be an up-tempo, quick game. We want all our games to be up-tempo and quick, but we're not getting many. So it might be us, but it might not be us as well.
John, would it be fair to say that was a frustrating result?
Yeah, I think it was a frustrating performance, a disappointing result, yeah, but a frustrating performance, very much so.
The crowd seemed to be very angry at some of the calls that were coming from the ref. Did it leave you frustrated as well?
Well, I think what you've got to do is go away. You see, they'll be frustrated about that scrum and the attacking team getting their head and feed, but that's the laws of the game. It might not be a very good law, but it's the laws of the game, and so that's nothing to get frustrated about. That's correct. But other things I don't know. But my job's not to analyse the referee. My job's to analyse Bradford Bulls. So that's what we'll be doing.
You have to pick up some heads today. It seemed like, for instance, Toyo Agodo was down on his knees. It seemed a bit almost energy spent. Do you think you'll have to raise a few spirits ahead of the
well, I don't know. Obviously, I'll have to see what they're like when they come in tomorrow for recovery. We'll judge that then. But we'll have had a good look at the performance and see how we go.
Ahead of the game, you did talk about experience that Workington had.
Yeah.
Do you think that was what maybe made the difference today?
I think it contributed to it. Yes. I mean, Sean Penkovic created a try, scored a try. Moi, I felt responsible for their try down here because he stood in the tackle right on our line, sucked players in, and it left us short on our edge. And then obviously the other hooker, who I thought was very good, Newton, came up with a great 40-20 and they scored off the back of that. So, we had chat. I mean, we were 18-12, we should have closed the game out, we didn't, and that's the top and bottom of it.
How come Dane Chisholm took the first kick but didn't take the rest?
He just didn't want to kick after that because I think he scuffed it badly, and that's his decision. And we've got other good kickers anyway, as Jordan Lilla showed and as Joe Keys nearly showed, but. I don't think it wasn't down to goal kicking today. They've scored 4 tries, we've scored 3. That's what we've got to look at.
And final question from me. Obviously, if you are having to do it through the hard route of the playoffs, do you think you'll be able to still achieve the aim of trying to get promoted?
Well, that's what we've been working for all years, so obviously that's what we've got to work for in this last bit, but there's still 4 games to go before the playoffs, so we've got Keighley, we've got West Wales, we've got Oldham, which will be very, very difficult, and then we've got Hemel. So, you know, with 4 games to go before we think about the playoffs, we've got to keep attempting to win each game as we go along.
John, what does the result mean for Workington? First time they've won here in their 75
In all honesty, Mick, I couldn't give a toss what the result means to Workington, so I'm not bothered. Tell it true.